Last time we met, we gave Meraaai a full skin treatment as she chillaxed at the East Coast Scratch and Dent Body Spa. Our man, Talent, was ironing out any cellulite that our big girl had on her roof to get her ready for her base and toner that will make her look very pretty. We also had a brief look at our doors, which need to be installed pronto so the guys from Center Glass can install our all-important windows. And our man Auto Mike continued with our auto electrical installations, despite a severe dose of dandruff threatening to disrupt his efforts. This week we get off to a disappointing start as plans change. However, we keep the old chin up and work on Meraai's roof gets ramped up a notch. Markiplier Chris has been his usual busy self and huge strides have been made in our door construction. And out of necessity, I have to reveal Meraai's exterior color scheme. All this and so much more in episode 102 of A Dream Called Meraaai. It is a new week, it is a new day, and we are going to have some new challenges. We've been off air for a couple of weeks. I have no idea what's going on inside there. So I'm very keen to see what Brahm and the boys have been up to. I am a little bit down. I was hoping to bring you a kick-ass insert where we install our windows on our vehicle, but the guys from Center Glass contacted me and said, can they please come down next week because I have another job in KZN. So I was a bit disappointed, but it does give the guys a bit more time to be fully prepared. So no glass this week, unfortunately, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be worth waiting for. But enough of my waffling. Let's get inside and see what the oaks have been up to. Before we enter the hallowed halls of the workshop, while in the Cape, Brahm kept sending me these little video clips, little teasers regarding what was going on. Here's a few of them. You can see they're pretty arbitrary, and so there has been quite a bit of activity going on in the vehicle, and it's all happening behind this board. Let's have a look. The ones that really got my heart rate up were these shots of the work on our roof. I was hoping to keep our vehicle color a real geheim secret till the end, but it's going to be impossible. We've had to get the roof done for the glass, and the roof is done. So that is our Meraai's color. So it's a very lacquer grey. There's a little bit of blue in there, but the outside color goes very well with what we've done in the inside. So she's gonna be beautiful. We're also going to have a few matte silver elements thrown around, and those I should be able to keep under wraps until our big reveal.
It's going to look very nice. The color is exactly what we wanted. Okay. You'll see, obviously we've done the roof first for the window sticking, but from there, as soon as the bus has been done and the silver and the black comes in, you'll see it's going to look awesome.
This grey grabbed my fancy long before every Tong, Tundi and Seppi fell in love with it. These days, grey vehicles are everywhere, but I guarantee you our Meraaai will stand out from the pack. Soon we will start painting the side panels, but there's still some prep work to be done. All the doors now have been made for this side of the vehicle. I stopped off in Durban at Fernlock, and I got the rest of the locks that we need for the side of the vehicle, little locking paddle locks. So this is all coming along very nicely. What you doing here, Nikki?
I need to paint the areas that have been trimmed with paint.
Okay.
Nikki has also been tasked with finishing off all the interior paneling. First he places our insulation into the gaps, then closes it up and finishes the edging with aluminium strips. While away, work was also done on our work table. The stainless steel cladding is in place, and a natty little handle has been made to make pulling it out a little easier. Chris has been working on our doors. The locking mechanism is in. The frame of the door has been sorted out. The frame for the window has been sorted out. Once again, waiting for our guys from Center Glass to come and do their thing. And the door's going to be a little bit fatter than it was to accommodate the handles that I got. It is only a matter of days before our 26-seater bus completes her metamorphosis into a 2-seater Meraaai. The windows will be a huge step towards that goal. When the windows are on, it's going to be pretty dark inside, but we don't have to worry about that because our man Donald has got all the power going, so we will be using our vehicle lights as work lights. Whenever I see off-grid Donald, he's clucking around like a mother hen. A justifiably proud mother hen. His work here is almost done. But for now he must wait for the rest of the interior build to be completed before he does his final testing. To keep himself busy, Donald is assembling our heater fan demister unit. He salvaged this particular unit from one of the many vehicles he has lying around in various locations in and around East Coast Scratch and Dent. He and Bram are making sure the channels for the unit all fit and that our windscreen will be fully covered by the system. Our Donald is a man of many talents. A cut and a chop here, a cut and a chop there, and voila, everything fits. Our Harrick rooftop drop-in air conditioner has also been installed. I was surprised to see that the unit was not flush against the roof. This is because of the air intakes that are around the base of the unit. So we have an aircon that resembles a shroom. What a trip! Inside, however, the controls and vents will be flush against our PVC ceiling boards. I am a little bit concerned about my ceiling boards, to be honest. I don't know if the PVC roofing material that I've got is too brittle, but we will get to that. Anyways, t-shirt winners, yeah. Remember, I asked people to please send me photographs, and we have our overall winner of the Total Wheel Rebuild competition, and here he is. This is Brian, and Brian looks like a hunk of a beast in his limited edition, very rare Meraaai t-shirt. Then I asked Munda Brimmer, who was my mistake, I sort of made her the winner when Brian was actually the winner. Anyway, and I said, Munda, please send me a photograph. Here is a photograph of Munda wearing her t-shirt, and it is very fetching. Munda could be anyone, but Munda, it looks good on you, and yeah, congratulations to the both of you. Over the 2 years of our build, we have purchased enough steel to make a battleship. What you see here is hopefully the last Zintec I need to buy, because this stuff is not cheap. This is a 0.8mm, and we needed to get more to build Meraai's nose. So hopefully now we have got all our steel, and we can do a nose job on her one of these days. Meraai's front section will incorporate parts of this bumper that will be adapted to fit Meraai's nose. Above the bumper will be our Zintec sheeting. It was the 0.8mm Zintec that threw us the challenge of the week. While Aubrey the PK was tidying up the bodywork, he noticed all was not as it should be. Aubrey's just pointed out to me that these panels here, when you push it, actually there's a bit of give there. Now on the other side, it's pretty solid because we pushed this expanding foam in there, but it expanded so much that they had to put a bit of body filler in some of the grooves. But this has got a lot of give, so I think we're going to have to muck a plan, make little holes up the top, put some of this foam in here, also act as insulation, just to solid this up. Aubrey and Bram now have to work out the best way to get the foam into the cavity behind the panels. Small holes were drilled along the top of the panels, and the foam squirted through the holes into the cavity. The process was repeated for the entire length of the vehicle. The foam expands and hardens quite quickly, forming a great sound and thermal insulation barrier. The foam is so strong that it forced its way through a few small openings inside some of our storage areas. This has been left overnight. The foam is hardened inside here, and this is now solid. Solid. Wobbly side panels problem solved. Another problem we solved was protecting our liquid gold. We all know what is happening with the price of diesel, and that is why Chris is busy just installing the lock on our diesel thing. I mean, we've got the cap and everything, but I'm locking that up because that's a lot of diesel, it's a lot of money, and the oaks will want to nick it. Now they can't. Now all the doors have locks and are working beautifully. Next stage of the construction will happen after painting, and that will be to seal them from the elements using rubber seals. Another problem we have overcome is warning people when we are about to reverse over them. I'm not going to hit anything when I reverse. Just that thing's loud. In another part of the workshop, Rocky is working on our spare wheel mechanism that will go on the rear of the vehicle. I will give you more info on how it will work when he is a little bit further down the line. Markiplier, Chris and Bram now shift their attention to our main door lock. We're installing a Yale keypad lock, and it needs serious metalwork done to the door to install it. I am pretty chuffed with the end result. Well, that's it for this week. Just in closing, need to remember the falling of a giant in the radio broadcasting industry, and that is Jeremy Mansfield. I was with Jeremy in 2011. We went to Libya just after Gaddafi's compound fell, literally the day after. And Jeremy and Jackie were part of a disaster relief effort to sort out the traumatized animals in Tripoli Zoo, which was across the road from Gaddafi's compound, and I was documenting, I was filming all of this, and we spent a good few days together under incredibly traumatic circumstances, mass graves, animals dying, traumatized animals. So it was a very, very heavy production. So but he was a legend. He's gonna leave a huge gap in the radio industry, so our thoughts to everybody who knows him. So yeah, on that sad note, we are out of here. Please look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, and keep safe. Remember to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You will find us under A Dream Called Meraaai. Until next time, keep your dreams alive.